This is the story of the most terrifying experience of my life. An encounter with supernatural entities, or what we say as ghost. My name is Rooney, and I am a bank employee in the city of Los Angeles. Every day, I find myself seated in front of a computer from morning till evening. On occasions when work piles up, I end up working late into the night. This sometimes leaves me feeling weary, exhausted, and desperately wanting to calm my mind from the fatigue of daily activities. My story took place a few months ago. Month after month, I trudged through the dense and monotonous routines of my life. Unbeknownst to me, it was already a Saturday, a day when I only worked until noon. The thought crossed my mind to refresh myself in a place that could soothe my mind from the fatigue of a week-long grind. I then contacted my two friends, Mike and Brandon, lifelong buddies since high school. Soon, they arrived at my place, and the three of us engaged in extensive conversations. As we delved into discussions about my hectic work week, I decided to stand up, inviting them to join me in a refreshing outing. While stirring coffee with a spoon, I proposed, "Hey bro, how about we go for a refreshing night out or do something?" They enthusiastically embraced my idea, expressing eagerness for a change of scenery. After further discussions, we settled on a destination. Mike suggested Lake Tahoe for a refreshing experience of hiking or camping. Sounds exciting. We can unwind and relax a bit. All right, let's do it, I thought, in agreement with Mike's suggestion. In short, we prepared to leave my house for Lake Tahoe. The streets of Los Angeles were busy and congested, but despite that, we enjoyed the journey, playing music in the car. The three of us chatted, joked, and relished the trip. However, at a red light, I was startled by someone tapping on my car window. To my surprise, there was an old man in shabby clothes standing beside my car door. He stared intensely at me. Possibly a beggar, I thought. I opened the window slightly and gave him some money. However, the old man didn't leave immediately. He remained silent, standing in front of my car window. I could see the worry on his face, and his mouth seemed to be whispering something. Unable to hear due to the noisy traffic, I strained to listen. Opening the window a bit more, I heard the old man say, "Don't go. Don't go." I was confused about why he said that, seemingly signaling me not to continue the journey. Whether he was serious or just joking, I couldn't tell. Mike then suggested, "Ignore him. Probably just looking for more money." That's what he said. Soon the traffic light turned green, and I pressed the gas slowly, ignoring the old man. Curious, I checked the side mirror, but somehow the old man had disappeared. "Hey bro," the old man vanished. "Seriously? Check the rear view," I said, but Mike dismissed it, saying, "Maybe he got obstructed by another car so we couldn't see." He reminded me not to think too much. Oh well, maybe, I thought. However, since that moment, an uneasy feeling settled in my heart. But canceling the trip wasn't an option, as it would disappoint my two friends for sure. Long story short, we'd been on the road for almost 4 hours. The clock showed 7:30 p.m. None of us had been to the campsite before, relying solely on GPS for directions. As we continued our journey, a sudden downpour disrupted our plans. The weather, once hot, turned cold, and the rain seemed determined to hinder our progress. In the midst of our travels, Brandon asked me to find a place to stop because he needed to use the restroom. I searched for a suitable spot to pull over until I spotted a convenience store on the side of the road that was still open. "There's a convenience store. We'll buy some drinks," I suggested to Mike and Brandon. They got out to head to the store while I waited in the car. As I waited, the words of the old man from the traffic light crossed my mind. His words seemed haunting, leaving me unsure if it was a sign or just a coincidence. Shortly after, I heard the car door open and close. Looking back, I saw my 2 friends returning. Wow, that was quick. Where's my drink order? I asked them. Brandon nodded and handed me a bottle of drink. Isn't anyone sitting in the front? I inquired. They both remained silent. Well, let's continue, guys, I said, raising my drink. We resumed our journey with Mike and Brandon sitting in the back, seemingly exhausted and eager to reach our destination, all while I pondered on their peculiar behavior. As the night grew darker, it was already past 9 p.m. The heavy rain forced me to drive cautiously, longing to arrive quickly at the Lake Tahoe campsite. Leaving the city behind, I entered a forest with towering trees on either side, creating an eerie atmosphere. The slippery and dark road compelled me to reduce my driving speed. It dawned on me that there had been no other vehicles on the road, only my car illuminated the dark surroundings, and the vast wilderness on both sides sent shivers down my spine. Is this the right road? I asked, checking my GPS. To my surprise, the red dot on the GPS remained stationary, not moving at all. Trying to stay positive, I attributed it to the bad weather affecting my phone signal. I attempted to engage my friends in conversation, but looking through the rearview mirror, I noticed that Mike and Brandon were fast asleep, just as I had suspected. Hey, they're sleeping again. Do they think I'm the chauffeur? I mumbled, refocusing my attention on the road. Suddenly, I slammed on the brakes as a dark figure, bent over, swiftly crossed the road in front of my car. I narrowly avoided a collision with this mysterious entity. I stopped the car in the middle of the road, catching my breath, uncertain whether it was a person or something else. I looked around to confirm. There was no one in sight. Mike, Brandon, wake up! I almost hit someone, but I don't know if it was a person. Hey guys, wake up! I tried to wake my friends up. Looking back, I was perplexed to find that they were no longer in the car. Guys, don't joke around. Are you hiding back there? I checked the back seat, thinking they might have moved, but there was no one. They had truly vanished, and I didn't hear any sound of them exiting or entering the car. Where were they? The last time I saw them, they were asleep. Why weren't they here? Goosebumps covered my body as I hastily grabbed my phone, attempting to contact my friends, but the signal was terribly weak. I felt a sense of panic. What should I do now? I slowly drove the car until suddenly, the headlights flickered on and off. In the pitch-black darkness, the headlights illuminated a figure not far from the car. It was a woman with long, disheveled hair, wearing a red dress. Her pale face and twisted smile, along with her piercing gaze, sent chills down my spine. It was clear she wasn't human. She was a red ghost, perhaps a female spirit. Unsure of what to do, I remained silent, staring at the woman in the red dress as she slowly moved toward my car. Her face became clearer as she suddenly jumped or floated, appearing right in front of my car window. A chilling, high-pitched laughter echoed. I closed my eyes, continuously praying for her to go away. After a while, the laughter of the ghostly figure faded away. I opened my eyes slowly, and when I looked, she was gone. Sweat poured down my face, and my breathing hadn't yet stabilized. Shortly after, my phone rang. It was Mike calling. I answered. Hello, Mike, Brandon, where are you guys now? Hello? Still at the convenience store? Yeah, okay, I'm coming there now. Wait for me. It was beyond my comprehension. Who was in the car with me earlier? Before I could get an answer to my question, I hurriedly turned my car around and headed back to the convenience store. In short, I arrived at the convenience store and recounted my harrowing experience to Mike and Brendan. As I shared my story, a chilling sensation ran down my spine. A local resident overheard my tale and commented, "That road is known to be haunted. It's better not to continue. You should head back to Los Angeles." With that advice, we decided to abandon our journey and return home. Turned out the old man from earlier had indeed given a warning. To this day, I haven't found answers to the mysterious events that unfolded that night. What's clear is that the nighttime expedition became a haunting nightmare for me.
this.